Well, John, I can imagine there's still a bit of frustration in the air after Saturday, but how important is it for you and the players to put that to one side ahead of Wednesday?
Yeah, put it to one side in one hand, but use it a bit as well. I think it's useful to use the frustration of not picking up the points at the weekend and making sure that we bounce back really quickly. It's the beauty of having a midweek game, and we're not dwelling on it for too long. It was a difficult 2-week period after the Preston game because we had those that international break to mull over what we could have done better. We've got a very, very short time period now to make sure that we put things right and go and attack the game on Wednesday.
You've obviously outlined your frustrations at the deja vu moments and the similarities from Preston to Saturday as well. Are there any potential fixes that you can do in such a short turnaround aside from the usual analysis and everything like that on the training pitch?
We can keep hammering the point home. I think that's important, and even though it's frustrating and it's a bit feels a bit like deja vu, we have improved this season. We've definitely improved as the season's gone on, so we need to improve again. I don't think this group's not capable of improving again. We definitely are. So that's the most important thing, really, and just making sure we're specific about what we want players to do differently in those situations, because I'll say it again, we didn't play brilliantly well for the majority of the game, but as soon as we went 1-0 down, we clicked into gear, we played really well for 20 minutes, scored, got the equaliser, and then it became a bit more fractured again.
It was a great moment when Doz equalised as well. Certainly the fans enjoyed it and everyone enjoyed it, and probably a deserved goal up to that point. What for you needs to be done differently after that moment?
We just need to get the right balance at that point, and I think what's happened in the last couple of away games is that we got the equaliser against Preston, and we had the impetus at that point. And my point at the time was, okay, if you look at the landscape, if you look at what's at the top end of the pitch, then we still had, I think, Murph, Cade, Marco Mani and Colby on the pitch in those 4 attacking slots. So we've got plenty of pace and athleticism to break on teams. If you look back at the weekend, we had, I think, Harvey, Murph, Christian and Colby. So there's plenty of attacking intent and plenty of pace to still break, and we just don't need to get carried away. To be honest, I think that against Preston, we got slightly carried away in trying to search for the winner. I thought at the weekend, I don't think we got carried away, but whereas we'd done some basic things really, really well after going a goal down, and we just got slightly carried away and we stopped doing those basic things, and the goal comes from a throw-in in their left-back area. We don't deal with the first ball, we end up defending the corner, and we don't deal with the second phase of the corner well enough. And I wonder if in different moments, in different games, we deal with that better.
Is that what it's down to? Is about those moments that occur that you might even not think have an influence on the eventual goal?
Yeah, absolutely, because those moments are really important. If you end up defending 20 corners and 5 long throws and 15 set pieces against, or 15 free kicks against a side like Millwall, inevitably they're gonna get a chance from one of them. So you have to deal with that higher up the pitch, deal with it a lot earlier. We didn't do that in the first half at all, right? So I thought we gave the ball back far too easily. We made poor decisions in certain areas, and we ended up defending quite a lot in the first half and defended okay, but they still had a couple of half chances. So we just started doing things a lot better as soon as we went a goal down, and we need to keep doing that. It is the much smaller moments at the top end of the pitch to make sure that we give ourselves a chance to not have to defend those moments.
Coventry next up, obviously a side that have come a long way since that 4-1 defeat at Fratton Park in December. What are you expecting from them?
Well, yeah, exactly that. I think they've come a long way in a very, very short space of time. So I think since that fixture, they went on an incredible run of wins, and were certainly the form team in the country right up until the last couple of weeks, where, to be fair, and there's been some sort of tough fixtures, I think, with the likes of Derby away, Sheffield United away, obviously, a tough game at the weekend with Burnley at home. So they've done an incredible job, I think, of keeping themselves up there and keeping themselves competitive and giving themselves a chance to get into the playoffs. So very, very good side. We know we're facing a really, really good side that has been a very, very solid championship contender for the last few years, and it look like they're ready to go again.
Of course, a tough place to go. What do you want to see from your side?
I think there's plenty of elements of the performances away from home over the past few weeks that we've been really pleased with. There's plenty of elements we need to improve upon, but we want to make sure that we're nice and solid away from home, first of all, and we build any success that we have off the back of a clean sheet. That's the most important thing. So yeah, we do have to be organised, we have to be defensively solid, we have to make sure we get the press right if and when we do go, and then I think we want a bit more bravery in possession. That's the one point I take. Not building relentlessly from the back, but when the ball does drop and we have opportunities to get the ball down and get the ball to a wide areas, we have to do it a bit more clinically.